Hello, good morning everyone. We are still in chapter 5, part 2. So I am into the building network plus instructors. I have Till, Don Tilling, cybersecurity instructor and program directors. So minaz-abi IT training is in partner with Comtia organizations. So we train students that want to get satisfied in many of Comtia courses. But the one of our major focus today is network course. Now the point is this: when you get these certifications, it qualify you to get job in anywhere in this world. And if you want to become a certified member in Frontier, you are in the right place to get the right tools. Moving to the second slide, to the second part now, which is part two, the 10 duties of where we are. Today we are talking about firewall. Firewall. So what is firewall? Firewall is a kind of a means of protecting your system, your network, your data from unauthorized users. For the hackers not to intrude into your what network. So that is major advantages, and that is what about firewall. But in details, let us move to the second slide. Now we have firewall types. Number one, we have hardware firewall, we have software, and we have cloud-based, we have unified threat management. Now, under the firewall, we have standalone appliances, we have integrated within the router, and we have the next generations. So these ones is hardware firewall. So it's the devices that operate as a firewall, and it serve as a bridge to control unauthorized user to get into your network. And we have software firewall. Software firewall deals with the operating system basis, and we can also use third party software basis. So the operating system basis is what you install your operating system automatically. It has its own firewall. Now the third party is when you install something like McAfee antivirus and other antiviruses. These are third party antivirus, so it's known as software. We have cloud-based firewall. A cloud-based firewall is a service, so it's automatically there. Immediately you launch to that platform, your system is like Google Cloud. So then you have their own firewall to prevent unwanted user to access people information. And we have unified threat management, all in one security appliances. It contains the hardware, contains the software, and also contains the cloud. We have the stateless and stateful. The stateless inspections packet filters. So what does it do? It filters based on IP addresses protocol and port numbers. Hard at the network layers. Scalable, suitable for small network or less complex security reputations. So when we are talking about stateless inspections, so what of the most of the things that they do is just to monitor the IP addresses and what the port numbers. So most time it operates at layer 3 in OSI model. Now stateful inspection is a circuit level gateway inspecting the packet and then track the state of active connections. It states it. Hard at what section layers. Ideal for corporate network where it is critical to protect sensitive data. So this difference between stateless and stateful. We have the difference there. Now we have the tree topology. As you can see, this is a tree topology. So we have three systems connected. We have switches at the middle level. At the top level, we have the router, and at the bottom level, we have the client, which is workstation. We can call it computer system. So this is a tree topology. Moving ahead, we also want to talk about VLAN, VLAN, virtual LAN. That's what we call VLAN. In this VLAN, we have VLAN and the subnetting. So subnetting has been discussed when we are talking about in previous videos. Today we are majorly concerning with what creating separation network within a single physical network infrastructure. Now what do we use for this VLAN? We make use of a switch, and not just a switch, a managed switch, to do the separation, to do the configuration of VLAN. So let us see the advantages. Number one, we have segmentations. So dividing a network into small and isolated segments. That is one of the advantages. It does not require separate hardware. So you don't have a means of wasting money buying different hardware doing the same thing. Flexibility, user and then devices are grouped by function or department. Now simplified administration. So network changes or move can be easily managed without altering physical setup. Now we have the VLAN ID and memberships. So under the configuration, this one are listed below. Each VLAN is assigned with a unique ID. Each VLAN is a member of VLAN. Sorry, each devices is a member of VLAN. Devices uses VLAN ID to manage traffic. So internal VLAN routing is needed for devices to communicate between VLAN. So in the process of doing this configuration, all these properties must exist. So we have tagging and untagging ports. We are talking about port tagging method. Port tagging method of making data packets with a VLAN ID. So a tagging port is configured to retrieve and understand packets that have a VLAN ID. So that is tag port. Now the opposite is untag port, set to retrieve data without VLAN identification. We have VLAN types. We have the default, we have the native VLAN, we have the voice VLAN, we have the management VLAN. So the default VLAN starts with ID 1. It should remain unused. That is number one. Changing unused port from ID. So we have the native VLAN retrieving all untagged frame, separating the native VLAN and default VLAN, matching a native VLAN ID on the switch. And we have voice VLAN, handling voice over IP system traffic, ensuring the voice communication qualities and prioritization. Now we have the managed VLAN. So managed VLAN deals with managing the network devices and services, isolating from user data traffic and separating from default VLAN. So all of them were just separating. So we have what is known as the trunk. So the trunk serves as what? The trunk handle the physical link into what? Into the logic link. So you can see the diagram have clearly explained what trunk is all about. So we have VLAN routing. So you can see the router stand at the edge, at the top. In the middle, there is a switch. You can see the separation and how it's being configured. And at the bottom line, there's what there is the client and the workstation, or we can call it the system. So far so good. You'll be able to complete this tutorial.